Hey everybody, this is a video for Beth, who has expressed that she would like to collaborate with me and contribute some vocal tracks, which would be awesome. I've never had the privilege of working with a vocalist before. And we've been talking about the singing bowl, which is sort of a Tibetan instrument. It's used in a lot of meditation. It's also used in a lot of New Age music. I love singing bowls. If you haven't heard of Klaus Weiss, he's considered or the master of the singing bowl. He's gone now. He passed away in 2009. He was friends with also another one of my favorite sound designers, Tim Conrady, which also passed away not too long ago. But anyway, I thought I would make this video for Beth, just demonstrating the versatility of these new samples that I made. I've made 4 samples that I've got loaded up into individual samples that are attached to this layer. And as you can see, they're very similar in dynamic range. Now, I can use each of these individual, or I can do what I've done here, and I've layered them together. What I've done is I've put them in an individual mixer track, and I've panned them apart ever so slightly. And as you can see here, they are, dancing up and down. And I've done this with an LFO. This is the great thing about FL Studio, is you get an external FLO to play with, as well as a peak detector if you want to sidechain anything. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about in this video. So each of these LFO is at a slightly different speed, and this makes the sound of each sample kind of fade in and out of each other at different panoramic settings. So this is not even processed yet. I haven't added any delay. I haven't added any reverb, and I haven't even really played around with the envelope yet. But this is what it sounds like right now, going into each of these 4 mixer tracks with a modulated fader. Okay, now that doesn't sound exactly like a real singing bowl. I've tried to get a sound that is exactly like the singing bowl, but it's such a unique instrument that nothing beats the real thing. But I'm pretty happy with the way that this sound turns out, and I'll also tweak with the envelopes here in the samplers. You get, your ADSR, attack, decay, sustain, release. For some, in the higher ranges, I'll just play around. You'll get the idea of just how interesting that this can sound if you really play around with it. Now, if I recorded that, and I looped those samples in different spots, and then layered them together like I did here, you would get something very, very pretty. And I can totally do that. I plan on doing that, actually. So I can layer anything together. Probably what I'll end up doing is I'll end up taking some synthetic wind chimes that I made in a program called Reactor, and maybe I'll put some sparkly wind chimes back there just for atmosphere. But this is the raw singing bowl sound. So I can send these to you, Beth. I can send you each of these individual samples. However, if you don't use any samplers, you won't be able to loop the samples, which have been pre-looped. So listening to a sample, which is a small piece of audio, isn't too interesting unless you've got a sampler to plug it into. So this is why I've made the video demonstrating what they sound like in a sampler. So I'm going to now process these and send them into track 5. That's going to be my submix. So I'm going to route this to track only, route this to this track only, route to this track only, and this gets tedious. I've been doing this all morning. The initial patch that I made to make the sample itself was no small feat. It required me to use a lot of patches that I already made in Synth 1. So I'm just going to save that, and now I'm just going to demonstrate to you some processing. So maybe I'll put a little delay on it. Oh, my audio crapped out there for a bit. And I'm going to put it at an arbitrary value like 5 and offset maybe 1.5 milliseconds to the right. Who doesn't like a ping pong delay? I'll turn the feedback down a little bit. I'll take the filter down just a little bit, and maybe I'll turn down the overall effect just a little bit. Now you might not be able to hear a whole lot right there, but that is delaying the sound a little bit, and that's going to give it a little bit more complexity when I throw on reverb. And you know, I've got a more interesting convolution. Oops, I lost you there for a second. The convolver takes up a little bit of memory, so it cut out my audio, so everything's fine. Okay, just save this. And let's see. Everything is going into track 5, track 5, track 5. All right. So I'm going to bring down the dry. That's the dry signal. And maybe somewhere around there. Okay, stereo separation you can control right here. I'm going to separate it for about like right there. No need to separate the original. And also, I could equalize it. Maybe I'll take some of those. Maybe I'll take some of those low frequencies, and I'll get them out of there for right now. So, let's see. That'd be 100 hertz. So somewhere around here, you want to just kind of roll it off. All right. So that's the. Okay. Okay, so these are singing bowls for Beth. So this is just the beginning. I haven't even really processed this layer in depth. I just got finished with these 4 samples just about an hour ago. But I'm very happy with them. They have some good dynamic range, as you can see, and they're very airy and breathy. And I can go ahead and throw a filter on them and modulate. Also, I can now modulate these stereo separation controls. So I would love to combine some of these wonderful singing bowl samples with any crazy vocal effect you want to send me, any recording that you would like to send me. I can work with vocal samples. I can I can reverse them. I can invert them. I can make blur pads out of them. It's just something I really enjoy doing. So I hope you're happy with what I got out of it, and I'm looking forward to working with you. Bye.